So in today's devlog, I'm going to be talking about tutorials. Honestly, I'm not that great at explaining stuff, so you can guess how hard it was for me to make a tutorial for my game. The underlying mechanic for the tutorial system is simple and straightforward. The only hard part about it was finding a way to mask a texture rect to isolate part of the screen. I found this Reddit post that solved my problem, which involved using the back buffer node and some shader code to make the effect that I want. Making a mask like this isn't much of a problem for Godot users who are using the 4.0 version though, but for anyone who is currently using the 3.5 version, this might be helpful. The rest of the tutorial system is a direct copy of my page turning code for my how to play section, which I touched upon in my video Shops and More. I didn't explain the code back then, so here's a basic rundown of how that code works. Basically, I have an array of pages and a variable to keep track of which page I'm currently at. I increment that variable and hide and unhide the pages based on that variable. That's mostly how my how to play section and tutorial system work. It's not the most robust system, but it's fine for now. All of that is working as it should, but the real challenge, as I mentioned, is making the tutorial for the content itself. We all know a few games that has bad tutorials, and any good tutorials out there are the ones you don't remember. For what I've gathered, tutorials that are good usually have a few defining features. They are nearly invisible or don't take away the player's control from the game. They are respectful to the player, meaning they don't treat the player like bumbling buffoons. They don't immediately front-load all information at the beginning of the game, and lastly, they are fun to engage with. I don't know how to pull all of that off, but baby stuff I guess. For now, here's what I got. When you first start the game, that is by hitting the start button on the main menu screen, you are greeted with a prompt window that asks if you want to go through the tutorial. This prompt window only appears once when you boot up the game, so don't worry about it constantly appearing each time you want to play. If you pick no, then the game runs as normal. But if you pick yes, then the game will generate this map. Unlike normal gameplay, this map isn't randomly generated and instead will be in this configuration. The screen will darken and you will see a pop-up window that tells you about things that I want to teach you about. Once you're done reading the pop-up, you can then close it by clicking anywhere on the screen as mentioned by this text over here. Now, I will go through the tutorial in this video in its entirety without commenting to hopefully give you guys a better gauge at the effectiveness of this style of tutorial. So here we go. So that's it for the current version of the tutorial. There are some things not touched on by it, but I'll add them later once I flesh out those things a bit more. I'll probably won't be touching this aspect of the game until the tail end of the game's development. This will prevent me from constantly remaking the tutorials. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Hope to see you guys on the next devlog.